Well, good afternoon, everyone. Hope we're doing well. Just going to have a little swig of my drink before we start the driver briefing. Excuse me. Cool. Let's start then. Right, let's get into it then. Let's do it. Well, let's just go and get rid of the background music and bring you everybody in. Welcome everybody. We'll wait for a few more people to join and then we will get underway. I hope you're having a good Saturday so far and you are raring to go for the next 9 hours. What else would you be doing on a Saturday afternoon, hey? If you're like me, looking after children, or if you're fortunate enough not to have any, I mean that in a nice way, probably sitting around doing sweet FA, sweet nothing, which I was doing. But let's wait for a couple more people to join. I will put space in the chat. Driver briefing. And then, yeah, we'll get underway. If anyone does miss it, you guys can inform the teams that we are live streaming this over on YouTube. So if you need to, for whatever reason, can't watch it, then obviously you guys are able to watch it back after we finished. But yeah, right, we'll get started then as a couple more people join in. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for an amazing qualification. What we've done now is we have now finalised the entry list. That was done a little while ago. I did post it in the endurance chat approximately, I can't remember how long ago it was now. It wasn't long ago. I finalised it now and we have the entry list loaded with all of the grid positions. If you look inside endurance outcomes, incident outcomes, there are a couple of penalties which will be dished out at the start of the race run. So as the server goes into the race session, we will apply those two penalties to the drivers. So how it's going to work today is the server goes live in T-minus 58 minutes from now, and we will go into a 5-minute practice where you guys can get yourselves all loaded in that 5 minutes. Hopefully, if we have any problems, I hope not after yesterday. The server should be well, the server and myself should be playing ball. We'll have 5 minutes to iron out any technical difficulties that we may or may not have, and then it will jump straight into the 9-hour race at Kyalami. At that point, we will be placing the penalties on the drivers. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. But Owen's got technical issues. I think that's the driver of the PC rather than the actual technical issue itself. So yeah, once the race session is started, we'll have a long formation lap. Your grid positions are set. If you didn't set a lap yesterday or set a race time, then you will be just put to the back of the grid. But everybody else's grid position is set. So So basically, if you're one of the drivers who's got a 5-second penalty and you're P1, you'll still be in P1, but you'll have a 5-second penalty added to your time, if that makes sense. We haven't bumped you down a couple of grid places. We've just left it as you finished, and then we'll apply the penalty once the session has started. We will run live stewarding let me rephrase that. If there are any red flag scenarios, we will do it in the first 2 sectors. We will look at that. If there are any incidences, we've got 45 drivers. So if a good proportion of drivers have an incident within the first 2 sectors, we will issue a red flag. We will post red flag in the chat. Everybody must slow down to a crawling pace and make their way back to the pit lane and stop in your pit box. Please then wait for us to take a copy of the replay. We will then review any incidents, and then we'll get the session restarted once we've got everything ready our side. So just watch out for the chat, and we will inform you of what is going on if there are a red flag. If there is a red flag, sorry. If there is a red flag and we have to restart the session, there will be no more red flags. So there'll only be one chance of you getting a red flag in this session. If it happens again, unfortunately, that's it. You'll have to just deal with the incident. We don't want people disconnecting. It's a 9-hour race, so please just be careful with each other, especially if the conditions are going to be damp, dry, wet, full wet. We just don't know at this current stage, depending on the weather setup. So yeah, just give yourselves a bit of time and a bit of space in the first few laps just to get yourself acclimatized with your current situation and people around you. And hopefully we should have a relatively pain-free start. If that all goes well, we will do live stewarding for the first 15 minutes. We'll have the spreadsheet running. And the incidences we see in the first 15 minutes will be reviewed by a steward. Once the stewards have reviewed them, you'll be issued a time penalty if you are at fault. After the 15 minutes, it will go to incident-based reporting. So there's a link in the endurance chat called endurance race incidents form. Please fill that out as accurately as possible. And then over the next 9 hours, myself and our stewards will be reviewing those and looking at those and dishing out penalty points where needed. In the race, there are no mandatory pit stops. All we're setting is a max stint time of 65 minutes, and there is no pit window. So basically, you can deal with the strategy as you wish, as you require. But you have 65 minutes per stint to take into consideration. Just general rules then at Togo Motorsport. Sorry, Craig, just to answer your question really quickly. No, we'll have the replay. So it will just say on the report lap number, corner number, cars involved, and then we will deal with the rest of it. If you can be as accurate as possible, then that's great. But we're not asking you to upload any video content. Yeah, it's just difficult for you and difficult for us. So yeah, just fill out the form. We try to make it as easy as possible, basically. General rules then at Togo Motorsport. Obviously I said this before in the qualification briefing that we had yesterday. No excessive flashing, moving under braking, just generally crashing people off the track. You will be removed, and it'd be very disappointing for moving a team from a 9-hour event when you just, we don't want people to be idiots, especially you guys have all paid to be here. So let's just try and be as safe as possible out on track. We know the conditions may be a bit sketchy, but yeah, like I say, acclimatize yourself in the first few laps. You can't win the race in the first 2-3 corners. So let's take it easy out there. Any blue flag scenario, this is obviously going to be a quite big one. If you're the slower vehicle, please move over within the 2 or 3 corners. Don't be erratic. Stay with just slowly move over off the racing line to let the faster driver past. If you're the faster driver, you may use your signal to flash to let them know that you want to get past, but don't be excessive. And then by that point, the slower vehicle should yield and let you past. For any reason that doesn't happen, please log it as an incident. We'll review it and dish out penalties where necessary. The in-game chat is forbidden to be used in the race session. You can use the in-game chat in the 5 minutes of practice, but after the 5 minutes of practice have completed, please do not use the in-game chat. You'll be given a 5-second penalty if you're caught using the in-game chat. It's distracting to other drivers. Please do not use it. And I think that's it. I'm just trying to look at my little crib sheet that I have of what items we need to run through. Oh, and have I missed anything, please? Damn.
Basically, I'll post it in 2 places now. I may have posted the wrong thing. We'll find out in a minute. That's where the incidents are going to be posted if there is one, just so you guys are aware. And if you want, after the 15 minutes, to make a report of somebody doing something out of order, coming into both chats now, there is the ones that you fill in that form. And then make a decision on it. Can back markers pass if they're daily pass? But yes, they can. But if you follow the rules in the race rules etiquette, make sure that you make it clean and safe. And so basically, the person you are unlapping, just don't make it difficult for them. It's absolutely pointless. It can wreck races, and yeah, just be clever.
Yeah, it's common sense, isn't it? Yeah, common sense prevails. We will be live for the entirety of the race. Obviously, I'll be sort of doing in and out of comms as well as stewarding. So there might be some times where we'll just have the live stream running because we're off doing other things. So yeah, we'll be live streaming. If you do want to post your streams, you're more than welcome to. There is a section in Discord like yesterday. Feel free to post them now. I can see a couple of people have already posted. So yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Yes. The briefing is live now, yes, and as soon as it finishes, anyone that's missed it can go and watch it back. All deliveries have been uploaded that were sent to me yesterday, so thank you very much for those. Ideally, we'd have used Awesome Sim Racing, but yep. I can't join the race server even though our starting driver is this. The starting driver must join. Sorry.
If basically you desynced already in the practice server, then that's that. You just have to wait now until the actual race server starts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's too late now. People are probably thick in the middle of practicing. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to restart the server right now.
I see this question here. Can I join the race server even though the starting driver is disconnected? No. Is your starting driver number 1? That's the main question. If he's driver number 1 on SimGrid, then no. Driver number 1 has to join first. Otherwise, you desync the whole team, and then none of you can join correctly, and it just won't work. It's just a fun thing that ACC bought in just to test all.
A SimGrid-ism. No, an ACC-ism. Kunosism, yeah, yeah. Driver number 1 has to join the server first.
I mean, if he joins first and after the start he leaves, as long as somebody else is still connected, yes, that's fine. As long as he joins first and then another person joins and another person joins, then driver number 1 can leave as long as nobody else leaves. Otherwise, you will desync again.
Yeah, yeah.
Is yes for that.
If you do, oh sorry. If you do it, it generate another car from. Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, you went into more detail than I needed.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Someone else is typing. Oh no, not anymore. I think that's it.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Oh, there's one more, I think.
Make some lunch.
If people want to disconnect, if there are no more questions, that's fine. I will answer these questions if you guys don't want to hang around and get back to practicing. That's absolutely fine.
Somebody does have any questions, do read the race rules, race etiquette. Something may be answered in there that you have.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You change drivers as and when you want to. That's entirely up to you.
Perfect. Well, that's it then. Awesomeness. Oh, no, one more person. Oh, two more people.
Typing. Everybody keep typing.
We need some like funky background noise music. Like,
oh, I can stop there.
when will the password be announced? The password will be announced literally after the end of this driver briefing. No, but I can on YouTube. The server goes live in 46 minutes.
This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty much it, just a theme tune.
No, driver briefing was set an hour before. Just gives us plenty of time to get everything sorted out. That's the session. The weather is all listed in the chat.
You put the starting would have started at 3. Well, yes and no. There's been some delays, changes, and God knows what else along the way. I mean, information has been crossed. We understand that. It's very, very late on the decisions that have been made, mostly because personal circumstances for myself and Hayden.
Yep.
My one's to do with the kitchen, and Hayden's is family related. So we've done the best that we can. We apologise for all the confusions about race briefing. But at any point, if anybody gets confused, please just look right at the top where it says events in Discord. You'll see the events there. That is the official time we go by. As soon as the event's made, that's it for future references.
Perfect. I need to end the driver briefing now. I've got an issue to sort. Thanks very much, everybody. I'll speak to you soon.